What's up, my little Tattle Tells? Yo, sit down. We need to talk about the tale of NeNe Leakes. Now, listen, I'm not laughing at NeNe. I'm just saying, what the hell is going on in the world of NeNe? I think this tweet summarizes everything, and it actually got me thinking, all right? So the tweet reads, me. NeNe lost her job, called her boss a crackhead, hired Lisa Bloom, sued the network, got dropped by her legal team, and now the whole case is dismissed. What did she gain from this, y'all? We need to actually talk about this because, listen, when I heard, what's up, Kimberly? I think Kimberly tweeted me first, right? When I first heard that NeNe's leak case was dismissed, I said, well, what's everybody tripping about? NeNe settled. It was dismissed, out of this, that, and the third. Until I went and read the fine print. One, like this tweet pointed out, NeNe got dropped by her legal team. But second of all, it was dismissed without prejudice. For those of y'all that don't know law, whenever there is a settlement, it literally is dismissed with prejudice. Why is that? It is to protect the person that you are settling with. Really quick, we're about to get into these details and get into this report. It's actually a little bit funny, a little bit sad, but oh so entertaining, just like NeNe's life right now. Make sure y'all hit that like button, the subscribe notifications. If you are into Real Housewives of Atlanta, my review for Real Housewives of Atlanta is up on the channel. I review it right after the show every Sunday at 9. And also, don't forget, you guys, I am trying to hit 100,000. If you look at my subs, I made them public. I'm almost there. If you guys could hit that sub and help me get there, I would really, really appreciate it. Okay, let me get back to business, right? Where was I? That's right, talking trash. For those of you guys that don't know about with prejudice and without prejudice means that even though something is dismissed, you can bring it up at a later date in a court of law. That's without prejudice. When something is dismissed with prejudice, it means you just got shut down. It cannot come back. When you usually in a settlement, what we see is that it is dismissed with prejudice. Why is that? It protects the people you're settling with. Let's just say I settle with you for $1 billion. When you say, Tisa, I will pay you $1 billion never to hear your voice on YouTube again. And I would be like, so baby, go, right? However, what is dismissed without prejudice, I can take that $1 billion. We can have, I can do it. And then I can come back later and be like, well, listen, I know they paid me $1 billion, but I don't think that's fair. And you know what? No, I want to come back on YouTube. It literally leaves the door open that if I have a complaint, I can take you to court for the same issue that you settled with me for. No, I know NBC or anybody with an ounce of sense wouldn't have a settlement without prejudice. So that lets me know that there probably wasn't a settlement. Not even that. It was said before that NeNe's people, when it was the EEOC, tried to force arbitration because there was an arbitration clause in NeNe's contract. However, it doesn't even look like it got to arbitration because usually, even though there's an arbitration clause in the contract, there will be something in the court notes letting you know that it got moved to arbitration. But y'all, let's get into what they're actually reporting, and then I'll decode that for you. Are y'all ready for this? Okay, so it's reading, this is straight from page 6. NeNe Leakes drops discrimination lawsuit against Bravo and Andy Cohen. Interesting. Now get this. NeNe has dropped her discrimination lawsuit against Andy Cohen, Bravo, and the network's parent company, NBC Universal, the production company, True Entertainment, for now, at least. According to court documents obtained exclusively by page 6, the RHOA fan filed on Friday to dismiss the case without prejudice, meaning she has the ability to reopen at any time. Now, representatives for NeNe declined page 6's request for comment of future strategy. In the meantime, the parties involved in the case agreed to not seek recovery of costs or attorney fees per documents. Again, she could have settled, but the fact that NeNe was the one that moved the drop, Bravo didn't win. NeNe just waved the white flag. And they were like, what's the point of actually suing her for court costs? Because it's going to be more bad press. Plus, quite as this kept, I do think there's some truth to NeNe's claims. The thing is, I think she went about it all wrong. You look at the difference between her and Mariah Huq, right? Both of them, I believe them. I believe they experienced discrimination. But when you look at Mariah Huq, she got her evidence, she got her attorney, and she quietly went to war. I believe that case is settled too, but Mariah got a cute little coin to that. Meanwhile, NeNe was friends with Kim, wasn't with Kim. Accused Kim of racism, didn't accuse Kim of racism. Tried to make nice with Bravo, didn't want to play nice with Bravo. Tried to say Andy Cohen was a alleged crackhead, racist, all this stuff. Then said she didn't mean him in the tweets. Then turn around and say, hey, Andy, happy birthday. Let's all forgive this. Then turn around and double down on her claims. Doesn't mean she's lying. It means that in a court of law, especially when you get to a jury, things look real suspect. She also took on Lisa Bloom as her first counsel. And y'all know from my old video, if you don't see it, go see it. I believe Lisa Bloom is the ops. She is the ops. So that messed up her case. And then when she got this counsel, she literally had to drop her counsel because according to sources, counsel was telling her, will you stop wishing Andy Cohen a happy birthday? Will you stop saying you have to put this behind you? Can you stay on message, right? Now get this. The case's conclusion came 2 months after Page Six reported that NeNe had been in negotiations with Bravo, Andy, and NBC Universal to possibly settle their case outside of court. The thing is, with the negotiations, there was a forced arbitration clause in NeNe's contract. That 100% means that Bravo, NBC Universal, and Andy tried to force arbitration. However, in this dismissed without prejudice, there was no arbitration clause at all. Now, here's the thing. They could have some newfound settlement thing that says, listen, we're going to dismiss without prejudice, but you promise in the future never to sue us on these clauses. And what's more, you say that there is no validity and truth to the claims you made. That could have been done. But for that to actually happen, we have to actually keep our eyes open and look and see, because no lie, if NeNe gets a new house and NeNe starts spending and NeNe gets some new Chanel, then maybe I'll believe that she's settled. But for right now, it's just looking real strange and not in a way that's preferable to NeNe. Now get this. The defendants, this is NBC, Bravo, blah, 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 Andy Cohen, argued that there was a stipulation in one of their existing contract agreements that any dispute between them were subject to arbitration in New York. However, the dismissed lawsuit was filed in Georgia. That really, from a legal perspective, doesn't have any point of view. Even if you file the lawsuit in Georgia, the stipulations of the original contract, because Georgia and New York have reciprocity, they still have to be honored. If they weren't going to be honored, they could have moved for a change of forum, which would be moving this from Georgia to New York, because they promised the arbitration would happen in New York. So that doesn't really matter one way or the other. Now get this. The motion also noted at the time that NeNe disagreed with the notion of arbitration, but that both parties were in the process of negotiating this issue in an attempt to avoid the time and expense of a motion to compel arbitration. Since then, NeNe has continued to insinuate on social media that she stands by her claims. In July, she slammed abusers and those who want power over their victims amid the ongoing suit. Again, all from Page Six. She said, everybody can see what they did to me. Nobody is stupid. And again, I'm not making light of what NeNe went through, because I do believe 100%, based on what we've seen on Bravo, the way they treat their housewives, and even the way NeNe is one of, if not the biggest housewife that built that network, and the way they threw her away, absolutely there was something rotten in the town of Denmark. However, NeNe also said this treatment's been going on for years. And she also took aim at Andy 2 weeks ago, said, Andy stopped me from working because I was a threat to his career, yet he was able to abuse me for years. I want to release these voice recordings so bad. Again, she also claimed she suffered racist remarks from Kim, and However, she didn't sue Kim. She sued Andy. And this is the same man that she was wishing happy birthday to and saying, hey, can we put all this behind us and actually move on? Y'all, listen, I will say this. NeNe is prime example on why, and I'll say, I don't even want to bring Tasha K into this, but NeNe is probably an example of when you are hit with a lawsuit, you need the best attorneys money can buy, or at least your money can buy, early and often. Because how different would this lawsuit have looked if NeNe had just gotten better lawyers and not literally tried to try this in the court of public opinion? Because as much as people want to tell you public opinion means much, when it comes to the eyes of the law, public opinion don't mean nothing. How different Tasha K's $4 million thing she has to pay for damages she has to pay to Cardi B would look if she had had real lawyers that knew what she was doing. Now, I'm not saying she wouldn't have lost because she basically signed the confession letter in blood. Yes, I did it, signed Tasha K, but I am saying she wouldn't have been $4 million in the hole. Y'all, I hope NeNe, this was something we've never seen, some futuristic space settlement where she let NBC Universal save face. But, in the background, she signed something saying she'd never sue and she got her settlement. But right now, oh no, y'all. I don't know. The real test of whether she got what she wanted. Let's see if we see NeNe pop up on Bravo. Because if she does, for any reason, she won. But right now, things are looking real strange and not in a good way. Anyway, my little Tattle Tells, let me know what you think, and I will talk to you later. Bye.